What's going on, everybody? Let's see. How do I start this? Because I'm a little perplexed here. Uh, I've been on Instagram a couple days on the Our Time Now page, conversing with folks about different posts that I posted up there in relations to black men and women getting together, obviously creating black children, perpetuating the race from today on to infinity. And I get about 50-50 white people complaining about, uh, you know, separation of the races. And you're separating the races. You're talking about segregation. We'll never be able to move forward if with people like you around, talking about blacks need to separate from white people and everybody else, and you need to be with your own and all that. I get the other half is black people saying the same thing. I had a black chick telling me that she's not down with segregation. Everybody is the same and all this and that, and we should love each other, and love is love, and all this other crap that she was spewing out her mouth. And I just sat there and conversed with her because I had a free few minutes to talk to her. But the problem is that they don't get it. A lot of people don't seem to get it. Somebody has to stand up for the black race and say, you need to do for self. Without having an agenda behind it, a monetary or a power agenda behind it. This is a problem, and it really bothers me. It aches my soul to see my people so willfully ignorant. I don't know what the benefit of it is. I mean, we've been in this country arguably since 1555, even though we were here before that, but we've been on this continent as African American or as African people, descended people, since about 1555 or so, plus or minus. So over 400 years. We haven't had, on the whole, a good relationship with white people in that 400 years. Plus or minus a few people that tried to assist us in getting out of enslavement and things of that nature. Now people can say, oh well, the first person that owned slaves or that owned a person through the court system was a black person. Yeah, that is true, but white people took it and ran with it. It's like a handoff in football. You're on the 1 yard line, Tony Dorsett type of move, running 99 yards to the end zone. But we willfully go into enslavement again, but this time it's mental. We don't want to do what's best for the race. We want to do what's best for everybody. But everybody wasn't a slave. Everybody wasn't lynched. Everybody wasn't Jim Crowed. Everybody wasn't redlined. And if you don't know what redlining is, it's what realtors use to keep blacks out of just for argument's sake, just since we're talking about black people, keep black people out of certain neighborhoods. They would redline them. They draw a line around them. It's just like gerrymandering in voting. If you don't know what gerrymandering is, it's where congressional districts are chopped up to make the district electable for a certain person. So I'm from Watts. I live in LA. They say, okay, well, we don't want Watts. We don't want South Central. We don't want Compton. We don't want downtown LA because that's black, East LA because that's black, brown, and Asian. So we're gonna make your district go from San Pedro to Hollywood or some craziness. Skip all these people in the middle and just make your district just funny. That's what gerrymandering is. But redlining and blockbusting is where they systematically take certain areas and say, you can't live there, you can't live there, you can't live there. But black people will sit here and assist in their own suicide. Well, not even suicide, their own murder. Figuratively speaking. Because when you sit here and say all white people aren't the same, they might not all be, but they all benefit from racism. Like Jane Elliott said, if you are white in America and you don't know that you are racist by default, I'm paraphrasing, of course, then you did not pay attention in school, period. School is set up to teach white supremacy from gate. When you're in elementary school, they teach you the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now, when they wrote that, they were not talking about black people. We were property. And when they were having the Constitutional Convention, they weren't talking about us. We were property. Thomas Jefferson took his ass from the Constitutional Hall back to his bedroom, jumped on top of Sally Hemings, plunked some kids in her, and still did not consider her a human being. Now, what kind of person would do that? You can have sex with this person. You can force them to have your children, and you don't consider that person a human being. That's sick. That's an animal. That's animalistic. That's not even an animal. That's less than an animal. Because animals don't just fornicate just to fornicate. Most of the time, they fornicate for survival. That's a whole nother topic. But the thing that bothers me, like I said, is that these black people are sitting here carrying water for these white people who wouldn't give a damn about them. They've done studies about the systematic racism. The same people, forget that, the same people that are voting for Donald Trump are the same people that say, I have a black friend and I'm not racist. Really? But they want to make America better again, or great again. When was it great? What great part are you talking about? Are you talking about the part where we had 300 and some odd years of slavery, where we had the Trail of Tears, where we had genocide on a grand scale of Native Americans, and you tried to wipe out the Africans after you couldn't make any more free money off of them? What part of America was great? The part where the president, I forget his name, I want to say Woodrow Wilson, it might be him, allowed the Ku Klux Klan to walk down the Washington Mall and had police escorting them down there to keep them safe? This is what you want to help? All you're doing is marching to your own enslavement. Let's use a historical context for a second. You are doing the same thing that Hitler did to the Jews. They had Jews that helped Hitler also, just in case you didn't know or they didn't want to tell you that in school. They had Jews that actually helped Hitler capture Jews to put them into ovens. Now people will say, no, they didn't. I've heard this from Jews themselves say that. So, I mean, come on now. Just like blacks. They had blacks helping white people catch slaves. So, you know, nobody's immune. But the thing on the whole, these new age Negroes are helping white people to stay in their position of power. Now, you can't hardly get a job, but you want to say that all lives matter. All lives matter only when white people are involved. Look at the situation right now in the legal system. Cocaine. They threw cocaine in the black community. Oh, you're a criminal. They got heroin right now and they're talking about, oh, let's give these people treatment. I know I'm touching on a lot of subjects, but my main thing is that we black people really need to check up from the neck up. We're sitting here arguing with each other and ourselves and causing our own demise. Like I said, these people want to argue with me about me wanting black men and black women to reunite and create black babies and create a strong community and create jobs for ourselves so we can stop asking and begging people. When a black woman has to go on, I guess it was Monster or whatever website it was, and create a fake page to get a job, you can't hide and say, well, there's not nothing racist about that, because her black profile got 5 job interview offers. Her white profile, I'm using just example numbers because I can't remember the exact ones, but just say the white one got 10 job offers, like, come, we already got a job waiting for you. You're outstanding. Let's go. There's a problem. If we had our own businesses, we could be hiring our own people. We have black lawyers. We have black doctors. We have black bankers. We have black banks. We have everything that we need, want, and desire to create our own community, but we don't want to do it. Even right now, I created OurTimeNow.com just for us, so we can have a space of our own. We'd rather stay on Facebook and Instagram and every other white media and get banned and suspended and blocked and told what you can and cannot say, and have posts disappear and posts actually being edited as you're typing. But we won't support black-owned endeavors. But then we have the nerve to complain that we don't have when we had. Marcus Garvey said, in regards to taking all black people back to Africa, when he was asked, are you going to take everybody? He said, I have no intention of taking all black people back to Africa, because if they were no good in America, they're going to be no good over in Africa. We have too many black people that are no good in America. But the problem is we won't get away from these people. That's one reason that I feel we won't get reparations. Because we have too many ignorant people. I don't think we deserve reparations at this particular point, because we don't know anything about money. They give most of these people $500,000 and they on Section 8. They go spend it and go buy 3 and 4 expensive ass cars and jewelry and everything, make Louis Vuitton, Cadillac, and everybody else rich, and then go right back to their Section 8 house and complain about where they welfare check at. Not saying everybody now. I'm not saying everybody. But you know who you are, and you know a person like that. I'm from Watts. I know the people in the projects, not all of them are bad, but some of them people just don't want nothing for themselves. And they'll do just that. How do I know? I've sold cars to them. Or I tried to sell cars to some of them. They come in with their little $1,000 thinking they doing big shit. And then the next month, I see the car rolling right back into the lot because they ain't got no money. We need to do better, people. I'm not talking down to nobody, but you can't save everybody. Everybody ain't worth saving. These people I'm talking to on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, these people are not worth saving. I tried. I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I try to form my argument to engage their brains. They don't want it. Just some thoughts I had. It's our time now.